Hi, everybody, and welcome to the second round of District 2 4A volleyball. And tonight it will be the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers, number one in the district. They just took over the first place in district the other night against a hard-fought ball game against Milwaukee. They'll take on Espanola. Espanola 0-4 so far in district play. Los Alamos 4-0. And we are here in Espanola, and we are at where are we at?
We are at the world famous Edward Medina Gymnasium.
Edward Medina, yes. And this is Gene Mortensen along with Mike Mays, and it's going to be our pleasure to bring you this ball game tonight. The Hilltoppers. This is the second round, so the Hilltoppers have already played these Sun Devils, and I'm sure that if you open the doors, you can hear the PA announcer. So anyway, these two teams have already met in the first round of the District 4, District 2 4A volleyball. The Hilltoppers winning that ball game in a sweep 3-0, and they are 8-11 on the season. Los Alamos is 13-6, and coming off, Mike, a big win against Milwaukee.
Yeah, we were there on Tuesday night, and the Toppers taking on the Milwaukee Valley Elcats, and that's a rivalry that's been going on since they opened the doors down there. But Los Alamos able to win that one in 5 sets, and when you say any one of those sets could have gone either way, any one of those sets could have gone either way. Those were tooth and nail down to set 5, but the Toppers able to pull it out.
Yeah, and the biggest differential in any of the set was 3 points. And we lost the first one 22-25, but we won that. We did win the third set by 25-20. So here we go with the national anthem, everybody. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Well, we just finished a unique version of the Star Spangled Banner, and we're about ready to go here. They'll be introducing the teams. And anyway, Mike, we were talking about the game down in Milwaukee, and I said the biggest differential was 3. The biggest differential actually was 5. Los Alamos won set 3, 25-20. But I mean, every one of those sets were, just wild sets, and we had no idea at any point who was going to walk away with it, because it was just, even if a team would get a little bit of advantage, it wouldn't take long for the other team to catch up. And But boy, it was one fantastic night of volleyball, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it really was. And, Milwaukee Valley highly rated going into that match, as they usually are. And always very, very tough, particularly down there in Hakona. Very difficult place to win, but the Toppers able to pull that one out. Big night for several of the Hilltoppers. Michelle Macias in the middle sets had a huge showing, and of course, Nadia Gallegos doing what she does in the middle there, and that was really. And then Abby Leckel, playing through a wrist injury the other night, had a nice showing for herself as well. So getting big performances from a lot of people the other night, and that's what helped them put over the top. So Toppers heavily favored here coming in tonight into Edward Medina Gymnasium. Only question is, can they avoid the letdown?
Oh yes, I mean after they had two fantastic matches. First they had the big match against Moriarty, and Moriarty. I mean they're no slouch. They're ranked 11th in the state, but my God, I mean they gave the Hilltoppers everything they could handle, and that's always the way it's been with Moriarty. Moriarty has come into Griffith Gymnasium with the Hilltoppers heavily favored, and they watched Moriarty walk away with the victory. So it's Moriarty, they always come to play against Los Alamos. And then they follow that with a 5-set to battle against the number 4 team in the state. Los Alamos is ranked 6th when they went into that ball game. And it was just a hard fought battle. And like Mike said, cliche, but anybody could have won that match. And boy, that's definitely the way it was. But we're about ready to go here at Edward Medina Gymnasium in Espanola. The Hilltoppers will be taking on the Lady Sun Devils, coached by Nicole Romero, and the Hilltoppers are coached by Joe Palmer. And his assistant, I can't remember her first name, Pasalacqua. Mrs. Pasalacqua. And, of course, her daughter, Angelina, just a sophomore on the team, but Angelina, fantastic basketball player and a great setter. And so the thing, we're just about ready to go once we get the liberos onto the floor. And I want to remind everybody that football, no Friday night football again. We didn't have Friday night football last week because Hilltoppers had gone up to Farmington to take on Piedra Vista. We couldn't make that trip up there. The week before that was no Friday night football because it was an open week. No Friday night football again this week because that game against Mayamura has been moved to Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. I love Saturday afternoon football games. I mean, that's the way it should. I hated it when they went to Friday nights. I love the Saturday afternoon thing. But
wow, I did not know that. I can't stand Saturday afternoon.
Is that
football.
right? I love it. Oh my God, I love it. I mean, that's what high school football is. But anyway, that was a long time ago. So here we go. Serving for Los Alamos, Angelina Pasalacqua. And so we have a hard hit at the net by Roxanne De Leon. And that's going to fall in for Espanola. So they start things off. And so the serve now will go over to the Sun Devils. It will be Brandy Gurley. And Brandy, a 5'7" senior, will serve to start things off for the Lady Sun Devils. Going to come into the backcourt. The Hilltoppers have to play it from the backcourt. And it comes to Ashley Hammond. And Ashley has to play from the 10-foot line. And once again, she did this all night at Milwaukee. She spins it and rolls down the tape. And she did that against Milwaukee every time. And it would just keep spinning and roll down the tape and then fall in. This time it fell out of bounds. So Espanola gets the point. They serve. And then they turn around. They set up immediately on the Roxanne De Leon once again. And this time Roxanne puts it too hard. 2-1. And the serve now comes back over to Los Alamos. And coming into the ball game is Bella Aguilar for Los Alamos. And she will serve at 2-1, at 1-2 actually. So Bella, nice serve into the backcourt. Going to have to be played from the 10-foot line. That is long by Joni Martinez. And the Hilltoppers tie it up at 2-2.
So early on, a couple of misfires there by the Sun Devils, Gene, but have gotten some good sets in and have gotten some good looks at the net so far.
Yeah, so we have a block at the net by Nadia Gallegos, and this one is going to go wide. And so that'll turn the service over to Roxanne De Leon. And Roxanne will serve at 2-2. Nieto picks it up in the backcourt. Here comes, wow. Nadia Gallegos, boys, perfect set from Angelina Pasalacqua. And boy, she just powered it off of the libero from Espanola. Let's see, libero, I believe, is number 15. Is that not right?
Yes, that's Alexis de Vargas.
Yes. So nice shot this time by and that one coming from Joni Martinez over on the right side of the net. She just flat found the wide open part of the court, and Espanola goes up 4-3. And now Alexis de Vargas, the libero, 5-foot senior, she will serve. And coming up to the front, and they're going to set up Callie Goda. Goda puts a shot up and going to the floor by Michelle Macias. And boy, I'm telling you, I don't know how in the world she saved that, but Michelle Macias, that looked like he was just going to drop in, Mike. And Michelle, she actually just dove to the floor and bumped that thing up. It's amazing. Callie Goda now will serve, and it's 4-4. So right now, the two teams are playing even as they can get. And then there's a nice little shot in the middle, and this one by Robin Garcia. And so Robin Garcia picks up the point, and so they will serve. So comes into the backcourt now to Roxanne De Leon. She brings it across. Nieto goes to the floor to pick it up, and Michelle Macias trying to play it from the 10-foot line. Doesn't play it hard enough, and into the net it goes.
It looked like it went off her wrist, actually, and just straight into the net. But early on here in this first set, the Sun Devils looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, they really are. And it was a great block at the net this time by Robin Garcia. Hilltoppers set up Natalie Gallegos, hard shot by Natalie, or by Solène Tellier. Let me correct that. There's Solène again. Once again, her shot is picked up easily by Daphne Talamontes. She brings it all the way to the back line. The Hilltoppers have to play it from there. They bring it up to the front, and we're going to have a carry, and that's going to be called against Espanola. So now it's Espanola still in the lead here, 5-6. And Espanola, they are wound up and ready for this one, I can guarantee you. But they are playing very well. So Anna Kirkland now will serve for Los Alamos. It comes into the backcourt. Now they are going to set up, and a nice hard spike this time. That one coming from Daphne Talamontes. So Daphne puts it up, and they pick up the point again. They go up by 2, 7-5. And as Mike said, the last thing they want is after taking over. Whoa! Boy, Roxanne De Leon, 5'8" senior, and Hilltoppers bumped it all the way up to the top of the net. And so she just kind of went up, and with the left hand, just one-handed it, left hand straight down. So now Joe Palmer wants a timeout, Mike, and Espanola looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, they really are. And, the Sun Devils are always, especially in this building, they're always very, very tough. Doesn't even matter the sport. But Los Alamos actually they're not playing poorly at this point, but Sun Devils are just fired up right now. They're getting a lot of good looks right at the net. And their defense, Los Alamos has gotten a couple of nice swings in, but their defense has been up to the task. So a very, very good start for them. And then Joe Palmer, well, he's not actually leading the huddle right now. That's which is unusual. Well, and I wasn't looking over in that direction, but if he was leading the huddle, I would have had no problem hearing him.
No,
so
that's for sure. Anyway.
But here we go with Talamantes serving. And just
the Daphne, that one looked like it was going to go long, but it wasn't. Anna Kirkland played it, and that wisely played it. Comes to Angelina Pasalaco. All she could do is just bump it backwards. Going to come up to the top of the net. For a minute, I thought they were setting up Espanola once again, and there's a nice shot from Espanola by Unica May. So Unica picks up the point, and that makes it now 9-5. Hilltoppers down by 4. And as they started to, well, there's a serve out of bounds by Daphne Talamantes. But as I started to say, as Mike was talking about in the pregame, that the last thing that Hilltoppers want to do is have a letdown after that big win in Milwaukee. But he's pointing it out, though, that Hilltoppers aren't playing that badly. It's just that Espanola is playing better right now. So there's a serve by the Hilltoppers and not by Brinieto. No return by the Sun Devils, so that makes it 9-7. Or let me correct that. That's 7-9 actually. And Brinieto will serve. And an ace from Bree. So Brinieto comes into the ball game at down by 4 points, and Bree picks up 3 quickly as she has 3 great serves for Los Alamos. And here comes number 4. And another great serve picked up by Alexis de Vargas. And, oh boy, hard shot by Roxanne De Leon. Wow.
Boy, where did she come from? She was a mile back there. I didn't even see her. And then all of a sudden she was at the net, and she put up a rocket.
Yeah, she was playing actually around the 10-foot line, and then they started to set her. She just moved quickly up to the net. Hilltoppers are going to set up Ashley Hammond. Her shot is going to drop in, just barely dropped in time, but now it makes it 9-10, and the Hilltoppers will serve once again, and now going back to serve for Los Alamos, and that is going to be Angelina Pasalacqua. So Angelina in the net. Whoa, boy, that's unusual. She did that the other night, too. I think just right after I said Angelina, one of our better servers, she had jinxed her. Into the net it went. 11-9.
Well, she likes to toss her serve up really high in the air, and that one didn't get that far. I wonder if she didn't toss it correctly to herself.
Yeah, so Callie Goda with a good shot for Los Alamos. Roxanne De Leon brings it all the way to the back line. Here comes, well, I thought Ashley Hammond, but whoa, Natalie Gallegos, she got there instead, and the hit by Espanola goes long, but it looked like Ashley Hammond was going to have to go after that ball. It was just kind of floating around out there, but all of a sudden, Nadia Gallegos, she went to her knees and were able to get it back over, but then you could watch Nadia doing everything she could to keep her knees from going over the line. I don't know. She was very, very close. So now it's a 10-11 ball game, and here comes Roxanne De Leon again, and I thought that was good.
That was very close. They're going to call it out, but that
was.
I thought that might have scraped the line, but the line girl says no.
11-11, and so Bella Aguilar serving for Los Alamos, and Bella, she serves up an ace for the Hilltoppers. So the Hilltoppers, who were down 9-5, now lead 12-11 here in set 1. Best 3 out of 5 sets. Another nice, and another ace from Bella. Alexis de Vargas going to the floor, Mike.
Great serve, and right in the middle of the floor in that open spot. Not much Bella could do there.
Yeah, and it's amazing the way they set up when they set up on the rotation on the defensive side, and that middle of the court is always open. And a lot of times it's just they've just put a floater there. But boy, there was no floater on that one. That was just that thing just barely cleared the net and right back down into that open area.
Yeah, great serve there by Bella. So Toppers now taking the lead. The Sun Devils take their first time out of this first set. So Los Alamos looks like, and it's very often they're serving if they're if they get into a pinch, their serving really is often the catalyst of them getting back on track. And there's another ace by Bella. And
that's 3 in a row?
That is 3 in a row.
A hat trick.
Boy, oh boy, that one had some steam behind it, too.
Yeah, it really did. So all of a sudden, the Hilltoppers go up 14-11. Let's see, what is it? If she gets 4, it's a hog. I guess she didn't get it, though. That never came back over. So they were trying to set up in the middle that time, and Mercedes Gonzalez, but the ball never got over. It hit the top of the tape and came straight down. So it's 4 hits against Espanola. And here comes Bella again, and another zinger, and this is going to be, whoa, great play by Espanola to get that back. I don't know how in the world they did that. Nadia Gallegos, boy, and there's no stopping that as she just aimed it right at Mercedes Gonzalez. And the 5'8" sophomore, all she could do is just protect herself. 16-11. So Bella, right now, let's see, what is that, 6 straight points?
I think that's 6 straight points for her.
So Bella, boy, she is zinging those things. Wow. And a nice left-handed shot that time by Joni Martinez. And Joni finds the corner on the left side. Makes it now 12-16. Espanola, and going back to serve is Roxanne De Leon, a 5'8" senior. Roxanne played very well up in Los Alamos, as I recall. Boy, Michelle Macias. They were lucky to dig that one out. And Michelle, she's been amazing. She's not a real tall girl. She's not short either, but she can really get off the ground. But boy, her spikes, the amount of power she puts on them. Ball comes over. The Hilltoppers are having a little trouble getting it back. They do, and now they are going to set up. This time, Daphne Talamontes, her shot is blocked at the net by Caligota and Solin Tellez. And so the shot is going to be, little controversy for some reason, but anyway.
It was initially called in, and then the chair official overruled it and called it out.
Yeah, so a hard shot by Espanola, picked up nicely by Bala Aguilar in the backcourt. Gets it over to Nadia. She has to play it from the backcourt. Once again, the Hilltoppers, they barely get it up to Michelle Macias in time. All she can do is bump it backwards over her head. Comes back to that backcourt once again, and now finally they get it to Solène Tellez, and she bangs it into the net, into the tape. Never cleared over. So Hilltoppers are called for 4 hits. 13-18 right now. Alexis DeVargas, 5' senior libero, will serve. There's that little floater into that open court, diving to the floor. Michelle Macias to get it. Otherwise, that was going to drop in. And then a little dink. Nice little dink by Joni Martinez. She just kind of dinked it over with her left hand. And that falls in and makes it now 14-18.
We see a lot of those plays. Most of those are ill-timed, but with that one for Gonzalez, or for Martinez rather, that was the absolute right play, just to knock it over. She had no chance of getting it through the block.
So the serve by Espanola, they bring it up to Michelle Macias, and she bangs it, hits the top of the tape, and then rolls across the tape and drops in. So the Hilltoppers now, Caligota serving for the Hilltoppers. Well, Michelle Macias. Boy, she is turning into a powerhouse. Wow. And so now we have a timeout taken by Nicole Romero. And it's now 20-14. So the Hilltoppers got off to kind of a slow start. They didn't really get off to a slow start themselves. It's just that Espanola got off to a very fast start. But what really turned the tide was when Bella Aguilar came in to serve, and she served like 6 or 7 straight points, and that made all the difference. That just turned this ball game, turned this first set around. So it's Nicole Romero now talking things over with his girls, and so we come out with the front line of Solène Telliez, Michelle Macias, and along with Angelina Pasalacqua, and serving for the Hilltoppers is going to be Callie Goda. And in the backcourt, we have Bella Aguilar along with Bree Nieto. So Callie ready. So the junior brings it up. They're going to set up. And this one is in, and a shot by Daphne Talamontes. Well, we'll see. I don't know what we're doing. First they rule it in, then they rule it out. Now I guess they ruled it back in.
Well, that was clearly in. That wasn't
yes,
even close. I'm not sure why there's a controversy there.
Joni Martinez serving up to Callie Goda. Callie just slaps a little soft shot across into the middle, and Espanola, I think they misjudged it or something, because that should have been easily playable, but it just went flying off of one of the girls and went flying backwards. So she just.
Yeah, I mean, Callie hit it like she was kneading tortilla dough or something like that. That wasn't, it's nothing on that shot, and then the Sun Devils completely fooled.
Yes, they really were. So now Callie will go back to serve for Los Alamos. Anna Kirkland, let me correct that. Anna Kirkland now serving for the Hilltoppers at 21-15. And up to the front it comes. Blocked at the net by Solène Telliez. Telliez then takes it herself, brings it across. Long shot to the backcourt. Picked up by Bree Nieto. Ashley Hammond plays it from the 10-foot line. And it's going to be brought up to the front. A little dink this time by Daphne Talamontes. Hilltoppers was able to pick that up. Hard shot to the backcourt. Going to come up now to Ashley Hammond. Hammond takes a lot off of it. Banged right back immediately by Talamontes. Here comes Ashley again. Ashley goes into the net.
A little too much jungle ball there on both sides, I think.
Yes, I think so. And now Daphne Talamontes will go back to serve. So Daphne, and this is trying to bump it up to the front. Callie Goda bumps it all the way across the net. And then the Hilltoppers now set up Solène Telliez. And here comes Roxanne De Leon. Boy, a zinger. And a great play by Bree Nieto, but she bumps it all the way up to the absolute top of the net. And waiting for it was Robin Garcia. And so Robin, she just pushes it down and just closes. The score closes up to 21-17.
But that initial shot there that Bree had to pick up, that was another big hit there by Roxanne, and Bree did pretty good just to get that back in the air.
Yeah, I mean that was a rocket. I mean, definitely. But like you say, Bree did get it across. I mean, she got it up to the top of the net, but just Robin Garcia, the 5'8" junior, she was just standing there licking her chops, and then all she had to do was just shove it down. And that was all there was to that. So anyway, so right now it's a 17-21 is the score, and Espanola will serve. And it's going to be still Daphne Talamontes back behind the line. So the Daphne down by 4, just barely clears the net. And the Hilltoppers are going to set up Ashley Hammond. Hammond's shot is blocked at the net by Robin Garcia. Now Solène Telliez gets the set, and she puts it into the open court. Diving for it was Daphne Talamontes, but it just kind of went off her fist behind her. But she made a great try to try to bump it back up. So the Hilltoppers go up 22-17. Now Bree Nieto will serve. And boy, sliding to the floor, Marissa Abeta just to save that one. And so Ashley Hammond has her shot. That is blocked. That one is blocked at the net by Robin Garcia. And then they set up Espanola. And boy, a nice shot into the corner by one of the Sun Devils. They didn't get. Oh, that was Unica May.
Wow, deep dink into the far corner, but the only place Los Alamos wasn't on the court. But that was very deep. Actually, just only about a foot inside.
So Robin Garcia with the serve. The set comes up to Nadia. Perfect set, perfect spike. The Hilltoppers go up 23-18. And now Angelina Pasalacqua. I don't want to say anything about her serve.
She's a great. She's excellent. She is absolutely really flawless.
Let's see if you're going to jinx her.
Couldn't be better.
Oh, yes. And there is a nice serve. Alexis DeVargas picks it up. Roxanne De Leon. Boy, Roxanne on that left side of the net. Boy, if she gets the set, she's murder. That makes it down 19-23. And coming into the ballgame to serve will be Brandy Gurley. 5'7" senior. She will serve down by 4. 23-19 here in set 1. And her serve is going to go wide. So that is going to make it set point, Mike, at 24-19. And coming into serve, Bella Aguilar. That's not who Espanola wants to be facing at set point. I guarantee you.
No, absolutely not.
So let's see if I've jinxed Bella now. Anyway, the Bella, a zinger picked up by Alexis DeVargas, right? Roxanne De Leon, and her returns goes long. So that will do it. So the Hilltoppers take the first set, 25-19, and so on set 1, when Los Alamos played Espanola in Los Alamos, Hilltoppers won the first set 25-14, won the second set 25-10, had a much more competitive set in set 3, which the Hilltoppers finally won 25-21. But they take this one 25-19, but good play by Espanola. Espanola, I don't know, they've had some very, very good plays. The Hilltoppers have had some really strong offense at times in this set, but the defense and the offense for Espanola has also been excellent. That was a kind of a tough set for Los Alamos, and it leaves it up at 25-19, 6-point difference, Mike.
Yeah, it really was. If you look at the Sun Devils earlier this season, Gene, even coming into the district schedule, had a fairly solid 8-6 record in the district opener up there in Los Alamos, and had a couple of nice wins early on in the season. When they started district, they were on a little bit of a losing streak and just have not been able to bounce back. Have actually gone 0-4 so far in district play, and then they lost another non-district contest in between that. So 8-11 are the Sun Devils. They started off fairly well, and I think going into that first game the first match in Griffith Gymnasium, I think we were expecting a fairly competitive game. And,
yes.
And just Sun Devils just never got on track. And watching this first set here, I was kind of wondering, maybe this is a little bit more their style. And it started off very, very well, and actually really didn't play. Again, both teams, even when the other team was rallying, and they weren't playing poorly. Bella Aguilar coming in with the toppers actually down, and she just hit one rocket from the service line after another, and there just wasn't much the Sun Devils could do with any of those serves, and the Sun Devils just never got back in their rhythm.
No, not after Bella came in. That was the turning point. I mean, it was a fairly close contest. In fact, we were down 9-5. Then the Hilltoppers started to rally, and then Bella came in and ran off about 7 straight points. not really turned this set around. But the Sun Devils, though, didn't give up. They finished strong and losing this one, losing 25-19. And so we're ready to start set two. Espanola, I do believe, will serve. Let's see, for Los Alamos, we're going to start off with the front line of Callie Goda and Ashley Hammond and Nadia Gallegos. And let's see, the back line, I believe, will probably, and Solin Teliez will come out of the ball game as Brini Eto goes in, and she joins Anna Kirkland along with Angelina Pasalacqua. So that's the lineup for Los Alamos here in set two.
We're still waiting for Alexis DeVargas to check in.
Oh, yes.
There we go, and she is going to...
After she high-fives everybody, we'll be ready to go.
I didn't see who she threw out. Oh, there we go. She, Robin Garcia, going to go sit down. Unless they're going to let the Sun Devils play with 7 players, they rarely let you do that.
Yeah,
almost never.
But you never know. Brandy Garolais will serve. And comes to Callie Goda and up to Ashley Hammond. Long shot by Ashley. And played by, this time, played nicely by Branda Garolais, who gets it up to the front. And let's see, I believe that was probably, I think, Mercedes Gonzalez getting the point for Espanola. So Branda Garolais, her serve goes wide. So that's going to tie it up at 1. And now the Hilltoppers will send in Bella Aguilar and along with Michelle Macias. So Bella is going to go back and serve. Michelle Macias will go and join Callie Goda and Nadia Gallegos in the front line. So Alexis DeVargas picks up the serve by Bella and Brini Eto as the shot comes across from Roxanne De Leon. Brini Eto diving to the floor, gets a fist underneath it, but it goes flying out of bounds. So that makes it now 2-1. And now Roxanne De Leon will go back to serve. Serving at 1-2, or 2-1, correct. Mercedes, and Michelle Mercedes gets the set from Callie Goda, or from Angelina Pasalacqua, but can't get it across the top of the net. So that makes it now 3-1. And here comes De Leon, Roxanne with the serve. Brini Eto up to the front, and she once again she sets up Rihanna Gallegos. Gallegos pushes it across. The Hilltoppers just quickly return it, and then the Hilltoppers set up this time Joni Martinez on the right side of the net, and it's a 4-1 ball game. And now Joe Palmer, not a happy camper.
Another quick timeout to start this second set, and once again the Sun Devils hitting the ball very, very well already. That was a nice left-handed hit there by Joni Martinez to score that last point, and then right before that, Roxanne De Leon, just another big hit from her. She really, when she gets going, and she's not the biggest girl you'll ever see, but she jumps very, very well. And she had a couple of really, really big hits in that first set. I already got 6 spike kills for her in that set. For the Toppers right now, Nadia Gallegos with 3 in this match. That is she is the number 1 point getter. So Roxanne back to serve. And to Nadia. Nadia is just going to tip it over and right into the open court on her right side, and that is going to make the score 4-2. Nadia, or 2-4 rather. Nadia will go back to the service line, and a nice serve there by Nadia. That one had some late action on it, and it kind of curved into the far side, and just barely touched by the Sun Devils.
And so the next serve by Nadia, this time the Hilltoppers, it is returned by Espanola, and Hilltoppers unable to get it back over the net, so it makes it now, it's 5-3. Alexis DeVargas will serve. Bella Aguilar going to the floor to dig that one out. They set up Callie Goda and the 10-foot line, and Callie, she just puts these shots across that are about half velocity, but I can't believe how many of them she drops in. She's amazing at that. And now here comes Abby Leckel. We didn't see Abby in the first set, which is unusual. And Abby into the net. That makes it now, what is that, 6-4?
Yeah, that is correct. And looking at Abby, still very heavily taped with that left wrist. That was really, really bothering her against Milwaukee.
Yeah, she was really favoring it. Michelle Macias, her hard shot net is blocked at the net by Unica May. Going to come up to the front now. It's Michelle once again. And now Michelle down the left sideline finds that open sideline and makes it now 5-6. And the Hilltoppers are going to bring in Anna Kirkland to serve. And they'll send Ashley Hammond to the front line. Out comes Michelle Macias along with Bella Aguilar.
Michelle's last jump there, that looked like Carl Lewis in the long jump. Just had the legs spinning and everything. That was something else.
Yes. So a little dink this time by Unica May. And Nadia Gallegos gets the set, blocked at the net by Robin Garcia. Comes up to the front. Hilltoppers have to play it, unfortunately, from the back line, from the 10-foot line. And it's Abby Leckel. And she actually was behind the 10-foot line. Nice shot into the corner. So now Anna Kirkland will serve at 6-6. We're all tied up here. Up to the front, they're going to say, and a little dink this time by. Let's see, it's our Unica May. Comes down to Ashley Hammond. Great dig by them, but we're going to have 4 hits, it looks like. No, just somebody in the net.
Yeah, I'm going to call one of the Sun Devils in the net. I didn't see who that was.
Yeah.
It might have been Joni Martinez was near the net at the time. Might have been her.
So anyway, now it's 7-6. Los Alamos up. And his shot going long. It was actually going wide, way wide. And Angelina Pasalaco, she just stuck her fist up in the air and it just grazed the top of her fist. So out of bounds off Los Alamos. Daphne Telemontes, nice serve, dug out by the Hilltoppers, comes to Ashley Hammond. Double block at the net, this time by Robin Garcia and Unica May. And it makes it now 8-7. And Talamonte still serving for Espanola. Up by 1 here in set 2. They bump up to the front. And Solin Telliez, beautiful shot by Solin. Played beautifully by Alexis DeVargas. And they try to set up Roxanne De Leon. And Roxanne mistimes her jump and her swing. It was a perfect set. She was right there. She just missed it. So it goes to Brina Nieto, 8-8 ball game. And the serve now by Bree. Nadia Gallegos on the front line right now for the Hilltoppers. And she gets a perfect setup this time from Espanola from the 10, behind the 10-foot line. That was Joni Martinez trying to get it up to the front. And she just got it right up. Perfect shot. She just set it up perfectly for Nadia.
You can't ask for a better set than that.
No. 9-8, Bree serving Nieto. And quickly bringing it across, but right there was Abby Leckel for Los Alamos. And they set up Nadia Gallegos. Battle at the net between, that was interesting, Robin Garcia and Nadia Gallegos. And Robin, she's 5'8". Nadia 6'1". Nadia won that jump ball.
And I don't think she's 5'8".
All right. Is that legal?
All right. Got a little soccer breaking out here as I think it was Unica May. She stuck her foot out. And I'm sorry, no, she did not stick her foot out. That was a swing. It's like she was going for a 40-yard field goal or something.
That thing just came down, and she just stuck that foot out and let it go. Boy, powered it all the way to almost to the wall.
She got all of that.
Yes, she did.
So yeah, no, I relatively recently I learned you can pick up a ball with your foot.
That's what I was saying.
Which
Is that
I
legal?
did not know. I did not know that, and I learned that we had a libero several years ago. That was like her signature move. Just stick her foot out and let it hit the top of her foot if she couldn't get to it.
Well, that's why I said, is it legal? Because I remember you talking about that before. 11-8. Briniato serving. Alexis DeVargas is going to bring it up now to Roxanne De Leon. And no return by Los Alamos off the hard shot by Roxanne. That makes it now 9-11. And Robin Garcia will go back to serve. Serving it 2 points down here in set 2. Little floater to Briniato. All the way across the set goes to Ashley Hammond. She takes quite a bit off of it, comes into the back court. Roxanne De Leon has to play it. She just has to play it like over her head. And so comes to Nadia Gallegos, and she just takes everything off of it, and just not exactly a dink, but just a little soft shot over the net. And trying to go for it that time with Joni Martinez, trying to keep it going, but couldn't. She actually would have ended up with double hits. She couldn't do anything else. Alexis DeVargas, and there's an ace coming from Angelina Pasalacqua. Makes it now 13-9 in favor of Los Alamos. So Angelina will go back to serve once again. That comes all the way to the back line. It's going to come up to the front. Be played from the 10-foot line by Unica May. Ashley Hammond. Boy, you could just see Ashley going up. There was a lot of open court. And you could see Ashley just taking a look at it and putting it right into that open court. You knew exactly where she wanted to put it. 14-9. Angelina serving. Pasalacqua brings it across. Quick dink across by Espanola. Ashley Hammond gets the set. It's blocked at the net. This time, great block by Mercedes Gonzalez. Hilltoppers bring it across, and now Espanola is going to set it up again. And this shot at the net is going to be blocked by Nadia Gallegos. And that was Mercedes Gonzalez trying to go up against Nadia. Now we're going to be timeout taken by Nicole Romero as the Sun Devils find themselves down by 6. 15-9 against the Hilltoppers.
And that last block by Nadia, her third block of this set. So she is making her presence felt at the net right now. But, she's very tough to keep down. And, especially if she's got, she's got one of her streaks going, which we've seen. She's very, very difficult to stop. And Mercedes Gonzalez on the other end having to take the brunt of some of that, and actually nearly picked up a couple. The problem was, she got it up a little bit into the air. Nobody was around to help her.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, the Hilltoppers coming out of the timeout will serve, and Espanola not able to get it across as it comes to Joni Martinez, and then her shot goes into the net. So Hilltoppers will serve, and here's Angelina Pasalacqua still back there for Los Alamos. And Robin Briniato digs it out for the Hilltoppers up to Ashley Hammond. Ashley's shot, well, they tried to block it at the net, but they couldn't as it just went flying through the attempted block of Mercedes Gonzalez and Unica May. And Angelina still serving at 17-9. So Angelina on fire back there right now. Alexis DeVargas up to the front. Roxanne De Leon. Boy, another powerhouse. Dug out nicely by the Hilltoppers. That's a Nadia Gallegos. And she just finds the open court in the corner. The left side, coffin corner. She drops it in to make it 18-9.
That was super well placed. Just nobody there. And Nadia didn't need to kill it, and she knew that if she could just find the corner, and that was exactly where it needed to be.
So Roxanne De Leon takes Angelina's serve. All she can do is just push it back across, and deja vu all over again, Mike, as Nadia puts it in the same spot. That was a perfect set coming from Callie Gota. 19-9. And Angelina on fire back there behind that service line. Here comes Roxanne De Leon. She gets the set. She likes to hang out back behind the 10-foot line. And then when she gets the set, she runs up to the net. And normally she gets up high enough where, boy, she's got a lot of power in that spike. But this time she mistimed it and got up there too late. Hits it into the net. Hilltoppers lead now 20-9, and almost an ace by Angelina. Pasalacqua is going to set Callie Gota. Callie from the 10-foot line. The set actually went backwards, and Callie Gota from the 10-foot line once again with that little soft shot that she has, and she finds the open court again. It's just amazing how she does that. It's not a little floater. It's just a kind of half-speed shot, but. So Angelina serving still at 21-9, and then there's a double block at the net by Nadia Gallegos and Callie Gota against a shot by Roxanne. And so Hilltoppers now go up 22-9 here in set 2. And Angelina Pasalacqua, how many points has she served? Comes across, they immediately bring it back across. Callie playing it once again from the 10-foot line. And now they're going to set up Robin Garcia. That was Francesca Salazar. Francesca shot was picked up easily. Hard shot across goes to Bri Nieto. She'll set up Nadia Gallegos, and Nadia turns around. There's nothing there but open court. I mean, nothing. She didn't have to hit it. She didn't have to swing. All she had to do was just tap it over into that open court. Makes it now 23-9, and Angelina gets tired, I guess.
That looked like she just ran out of gas. That one ended up in the net, but wow, that had to be 8-9 in a row there.
Oh yes, I mean she was back there forever. And now the serve by Brandy Gurley. Nadia Gallegos, that's going to go wide. Makes it 10-23.
And actually, the Sun Devils fortunate that went wide. They had absolutely no defense set up for that. Nadia just slightly mishit it. But there was nothing on the right side of the court.
Brandy Gurley, Hilltoppers have to play it all the way from the back court. Roxanne De Leon, there she comes, and wow, takes off from that 10-foot line again and comes in, and boy, she just put it right in front of the back line. Beautiful shot by Roxanne. Makes it now 12-23. Brandy Gurley will serve again. Nice serve picked up by Callie Gota. It's going to come back to Callie. Callie's shot is double blocked at the net, picked up but then bounces into Espanola territory. They're going to set up Nadia Gallegos, and Nadia going up for the block that time and getting partially on the block, and that helped everything out with Mercedes Gonzalez because it just she went up and it just kind of bounced off of her hands, her fingers, and then over her head and then dropped into the open court. Makes it now 24-12. Hilltoppers at set 2. And once again, we have Bella Aguilar back to serve at set point. And she hits the tape.
I didn't think it was going to get over.
I know, that's going to cross. And then a nice play this time by Shoni Martinez to bring it back against the Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers block is unsuccessful. Makes it now 13-24. We're on set point once again.
Yeah, that didn't hit the top of that tape. That hit the bottom of the tape. Yes. I'm really surprised I made it over.
Yes. Nadia Gallegos, she puts it down hard. Diving to the floor that time was Brandy Gurley trying to get to it. She couldn't. So the Hilltoppers take set 2. And I didn't see this. They wiped off the score in a hurry.
25-13, the final in that one. So that one, all Los Alamos. The Hilltoppers, after the first maybe 4 or 5 points of the set, just really got on track. Another very nice set by Nadia Gallegos, and she was doing it all in that she was hitting for power. She was just hitting her spots. When they were open, she was dominant blocking at the net. Just not much the Sun Devils could do, and I think we just lost our scoreboard momentarily, or I don't know if it reset or it's on solar power. I don't know. I'm not much.
Sun's going down.
Yeah, it's going down. It's going to get a little spotty from here on out. But in any event, by the way, a few years ago, Espanola Valley really remodeled Edward Medina Gymnasium. It is pretty now. This is a beautiful floor. They have a great scoreboard. I mean, this is already a very, this is one of those places, especially in basketball. You hate to come in here. This is such a rough place to play.
Well, it's a huge gym, and they have a huge seating capacity too. And boy, when you come to play basketball, I mean, it's mostly filled. It's a tough place to play.
Yeah, it really is. And they Sun Devil fans love their boys and their girls basketball teams. Yeah, just this is a nut house sometimes, and we've seen that before, especially coming up with Los Alamos and Espanola. We've seen them both. Just with outstanding teams, and it is standing room only, and this like I said, this place is just a madhouse.
Oh yes, absolutely. And then they have at the halftime they have the what is it, the 50-50. So what they do is they sell raffle tickets, and then half the money goes to the school, and the other half goes to the winner with the lottery with the ticket. And we've been here with games where the winner has won over $1,000.
Oh yeah, easily $1,000, and unfortunately, and you see the kind of the same thing at Griffith Gymnasium, and you'll be lucky to get $50.
So we're going to have a carry as we start things off as Espanola starts things off with Angelina Pasalacqua back to serve once again. We have a carry by Espanola, and so Angelina now will serve again, and this time it's going to be an ace.
Wow!
I mean,
that was something else. That was, it sailed right past the head of Marissa Beta, and it just died right at the line. That was an awesome serve.
Yeah, and this time
and it just like that.
Yes.
One of the greatest serves we've ever seen, and then unfortunately Angelina can't follow it up.
Next one hits the bottom of the tape on the net. So anyway, I mean the bottom tape, period. Caligota with it. Let me see. Let me correct that. That's not Cali. That's Mayella Krantz. Sorry, Mayella. So Natalie Gallegos, and we're going to have as Natalie just shoves it down and makes it now 3-1. And so we'll set the lineup here for Los Alamos as Bella Aguilar comes in. Michelle Macias comes in. Michelle is going to go to the front line. She'll join right now. Sorry. She will join Mayella Krantz and Nadia Gallegos. And Bella Aguilar with the serve. Alexis de Vargas, great job of digging it out. Hilltoppers bring it up to Nadia. A little two-hand push across by Nadia. Comes right back to Nadia. Blocked at the net. Boy, great job by Mercedes Gonzalez. And the Hilltoppers have a lot of trouble with it. They finally now are going to get it up to Nadia again. And this time Nadia puts it down into the open court. And so that's going to make it now 4-1. And Bella is going to be serving for Los Alamos once again. So the powerhouse servers for Los Alamos tonight have been Bella Aguilar and Angelina Pasalacqua. Across it comes over to Angelina. And now Bella Aguilar can only just bump it across from the 10-foot, from the back court, actually, behind the 10-foot line. And by Ella Krantz, nice little push shot by Ella Krantz, almost finds the open court, but then, whoa, I thought Roxanne De Leon pushed it into the open court. I thought that thing was in. Somehow, Los Alamos dug it out, and I don't know how. But then Myella Krantz right at the net with a beautiful block by Myella. But I'm telling you, how in the world I don't know how Los Alamos got to that ball.
I couldn't tell you because I stopped watching because it was so obviously going to hit the floor. I didn't even bother to see the rest of the play.
Yes. And so Bella Aguilar is back serving for Los Alamos, and she's another ace here from Bella. Makes it now 6-1 here in set 3. Hilltoppers took the first set 25-19, second set 25-13. So they're up 2 sets to nothing here. That's best of 3 out of 5. And Mercedes, oh, wow. Whoa. Oh, my God. Michelle Macias and Joe Palmer, he's just standing there giggling as Nicole Romero calls a timeout. And Mike, our Cracker Jack research department has been at work, and they have informed me who the assistant coach is. I called her Mrs. Pasalacqua. It's Natalie Pasalacqua, as we.
And I apologize. I actually should have known that her husband, Damian Pasalacqua, is actually my chiropractor. And no reason I should have known that, and I was drawing a complete blank. So thank you. Yes, I no reason I shouldn't have known that. And thank you, Damian, for trying to keep my back straight. That isn't that's always a chore.
Yeah, and the statistician for the Hilltoppers is Reina Pasalacqua. So thanks to our Cracker Jack research department, they dug that out and relayed that over to us. We appreciate that. Hard-working bunch they are.
Yeah, and just coaching staff here just does not get enough credit.
No, they don't.
This team has just been humming along for the past several years, and showing no signs of slowing down.
No, and every year, same thing. We wonder, but the Hilltoppers after the serve now they're going to get it up to Myella Krantz. Hard shot by Ella. Digged up. Roxanne De Leon goes for the dink for the little open court. Myella with a backward bump over across the net from the 10-foot line. Hard shot. This is going to drop in. Roxanne De Leon.
Right there at the line. Nice shot by Roxanne. She is really, she is really a weapon for the Sun Devils. And,
yeah, she is.
And again, not a super tall girl, but incredibly athletic. And boy, she can jump.
Yeah, she can, and she serves. And Michelle Macias for the heart, and her spike goes long. That makes it now 3-7. And Roxanne will serve once again. As it 3-7, and Nieto up to Myella Krantz. Myella hard, good shot comes across, and Espanola is able to get it across. Michelle Macias diving to the floor, trying to get to it, can't get to it. And that was a nice hit that time by Joni Martinez. 4-7, and now we're going to have a timeout as Joe Palmer wants to talk things over. And Mike, you're right. The coaching staff doesn't get that much credit ever since Joe Palmer and Natalie Pasalacqua took over. I mean, it's been nothing but success. I mean, they just, it was just, they've had a great program ever since from the day he walked in and took over. So they really have done a great job with this program, and a couple of district championships against, especially when Pewaukee was the powerhouse, and somehow Joe Palmer and Natalie, they certainly have Pewaukee's number for some reason. Now Roxanne De Leon will serve. And from the 10-foot line, Natalie Gallegos. Maela Krantz with the block at the net. Off the shot that time by Daphne Telemontes. Comes to Maela, 10-foot line. Up to Alexis DeVargas. Push all the way across. Beautiful, beautiful shot. They're going to, Hilltoppers say it's out. No, it's not out. That was right in the corner.
Yep, that was no doubt about that one. Nice, very nice placement there. So Sun Devil's not going away here.
Not at all.
Trying to keep this competitive, and Toppers were up big early, but Sun Devils have crawled back into this ball game.
Yeah, just as you say that, Roxanne De Leon serves it wide. I think we're bad luck for these girls, both sides.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no bias here. So the serve by the Hilltoppers and Nadia Gallegos. Alexis DeVargas dives for it, sticks the fist out, comes off her fist sideways, and then flies out of bounds. Makes it now 9-5 with Nadia serving. Roxanne De Leon brings it up to the front, up to Mercedes Gonzalez. Maela Krantz, two-handed bump all the way to the back line, and an attempted soft shot from the left side of the net, trying to softy it across the middle that time, and nothing doing, as that was, let's see, Daphne Telemontes.
Trying to get a little too cute there.
Yes, she was. Michelle Macias.
Gee whiz.
Wow. She is something else.
Well, when she gets dialed in, I mean, she hits it as well as just about anybody we've seen this season.
Oh, yes. I mean, she gets off the ground. She's absolutely amazing. And so the Hilltoppers now with the serve coming across by Nadia Gallegos, and they get it to Daphne Telemontes, and she bangs it off the wall. Boy, she let that one fly. Nadia with the serve, and there's a quick dink by Espanola, and that one by Joni Martinez, and that one drops in. Makes it now 6-12. And here comes Alexis DeVargas, the libero. And serve is wide. So Espanola shooting themselves in the foot a number of times, Mike, with the serve.
Well, yeah, they've really been trying to work that far side of that far sideline against the Hilltoppers, and they've been that's the third or fourth time that's gone wide over there. They just have not found the mark.
So Abby Leckel serves for Los Alamos. Espanola gets it back across. Hilltoppers are going to set up. This time, Cheyenne Garcia for the Hilltoppers. And Cheyenne puts it into the net. Abby Leckel will check out. And like Mike said, she has that bad. Has that.
What happened?
She had that bad wrist, and then the serve. So serving back there was Joni Martinez, and it hit the left side of the net, kind of hung on the tape, and then we have a new girl that just checked in for Los Alamos, and I don't have her number. And so maybe Mike can find out here if he can get a hold of Natalie. Natalie.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right, Mike knows her name now.
That is
Kylie Johnson.
Kylie Johnson.
Whoa, they snuck one in on us. We had her as number 10, and we checked the roster before, and we just missed that. Comes Michelle Macias, and boy, another zinger by Michelle, and that goes right into to Daphne Telemontes. Daphne played it well, but it just went off the side of her fists. Makes it now 14-8. Michelle Macias will now check out, and into the ballgame comes Anna Kirkland, the front line for Los Alamos, Angelina Pasalacqua, Cheyenne Garcia, and I think there's Ashley Hammond. Yes, it is the other. Beautiful serve.
Oh, wow. Man.
Whoa. Anna Kirkland, what an ace by Anna.
Wow, that was pretty neat. That was not super hard, but I just fell into that dead spot once again, and none of the Sun Devils even moved.
Yeah, they did. I know it. It's just like they, talk about the concrete tennis shoes. They just all stood there. But now this serve goes into the net, so it makes it 9-15. And Daphne Telemontes will serve. And Cheyenne Garcia, nice little save. A nice little soft shot by Cheyenne. And Cheyenne is going to come out of the ball game as Nadia Gallegos will go in and join the front line. And that front line right now is Ashley Hammond and Angelina Pasalacqua. Brini Eto will serve. Alexis de Vargas picks it up. Roxanne De Leon has that patented set and swing, but once again running from the 10-foot line, and she mistimes it and it goes into the net. So that makes it now 17-9 here in set 3.
She's been doing that a lot. I wonder if she's not losing a little spring in her legs.
Yes. So double block at the net off of the hit by Robin Garcia, and that was Natalie Gallegos and Ashley Hammond with the block. It makes it now 17-10 as 10-17 as the Hilltoppers shove it out of bounds, and so the now serving is Robin Garcia. Comes to the back line, and so the Hilltoppers bring it up, and they set up Nadia Gallegos, and Nadia puts it into the back court, deep into the back court, and trying to pick it up that time. Alexis de Vargas, their libero, but not successful. Makes it now 10-18.
Yeah, and this was actually, if you remember, not too long ago. This was a 9-7 ball game, but the Sun Devils made a run at the Hilltoppers, but the Hilltoppers have been able to move out and get some breathing room.
So Myella Krantz hits it from the 10-foot line. Boy, a beautiful dink this time by Roxanne De Leon. Boy, she caught everybody asleep.
A little bit of a change up there from Roxanne.
Yeah.
And nobody was expecting that.
Usually she comes running up there and tries to murder that thing. This time she just found the open court and just put it right in there. And I thought that was an ace served by Espanola, but Hilltoppers somehow able to get a hold of it. Now Nadia Gallegos brings it across. Roxanne De Leon just bangs it from the 10-foot line. Now Myella Krantz, she pushes it across. Great dig out that time for Espanola. Boy, pretty play, and then a hard shot by Los Alamos. But boy, I mean, credit that time Joni Martinez for a beautiful shot, and Ashley Hammond picks up the point for Los Alamos. 11-19. Hilltopper serving, and it's going to go to Bella Aguilar. So Bella, Hilltopper's up by 8, 19-11. Trying to go for that open spot. Boy, you can see that. And credit Joni Martinez for coming back and catching Los Alamos off guard with a little short, with a little soft shot. Hilltopper Nadia Gallegos trying to block it, goes off of her block out of bounds.
Bella not even pretending she was trying to do anything other than just drop it right there in the middle.
I know it.
That was like a slow pitch softball serve there.
Yeah. So the Roxanne De Leon is serving. The set comes up to Michelle Macias. She puts it long. Timeout by Joe Palmer as he wants to talk things over here. Up by 19-13. Not sure what he wants to talk over, but anyway, right now the Hilltoppers done it's been all Hilltoppers here tonight. The first set was pretty competitive for about half the set. And in fact, Espanola leading for most of that first half of the set, but then the Hilltoppers got on fire and caught up to win that ball game 25-19. But it was a fairly competitive set. And then the second set, Los Alamos just kind of took over behind the serving of Angelina Pasalacqua and Bella Aguilar. Yes, they just overwhelmed Espanola. So right now it's 13-19. Roxanne De Leon will serve. This is set 3, best 3 out of 5 sets. And right now, Los Alamos trying to close this match out here in set 3. And we're ready to go as I do believe it's, yes, so Roxanne De Leon will serve. And there's an ace from Roxanne. Hilltoppers can't return it. Makes it now 14-19. So as Mike says, the Espanola girls not giving up at all. Briniato up to Angelina Pasalacqua, and she sets up Nadia Gallegos. Boy, I mean, once again, a rocket this time from Nadia, picks up the point, makes it 20-14. From the backcourt, Michelle Macias, all she can do is put a little soft shot across, and then ready to make the set that time was Brandy Girolais. She was going to set up Daphne Talamantes, and boy, she made it look just like that at the last second, though. She tried to sneak it over the net and didn't get it up high enough. But she did a good job of setting that up, I must say. Michelle Macias all the way to the back line. There's Alexis DeVargas. Daphne with another little soft shot across, comes to Michelle. Macias puts it into the net, and it's 15-21. So Espanola doing their best to hang in here. Alexis DeVargas will serve, and will pick up the lineup for Los Alamos, but it comes to Angelina Pasalacqua. Cheyenne Garcia, way too much on that one. Goes long, makes it 16-21.
No, this one not over yet.
No, not at all. Alexis, whoa.
Well,
hit the antenna. It did hit the antenna.
Hit the antenna.
Hit the antenna.
And as soon as
there's a movie about that. Get the antenna. Anyway.
I guess I'm not familiar with that.
I guess you're not. Stalag 17. Okay.
Oh, I beg your pardon. As a matter of fact, I have seen that several times. I didn't pick up the reference, though.
Oh, yeah, very good. There's let me get caught up here. Cheyenne Garcia across comes to Daphne Talamantes, and blocked there by Angelina Pasalacqua. Cheyenne Garcia puts it into the top, right to the 10-foot line. Easily played by Espanola. Angelina now is going to set up Michelle Macias down the left sideline. That's out. And now it's 17-20. So now it's 17-22. And serving will be Joni Martinez. Left-handed serve. Michelle Macias in the backcourt. Bella Aguilar, two-handed bump from the backcourt. Daphne Talamantes with a little push across. Here comes Michelle Macias again. And this one is going to be blocked at the net by Unica May, and then drops out of bounds off of Unica. So that makes it now 23-17. Hilltoppers 2 points away from the match. So, and let's see who's serving back there. Is that Anna Kirkland? Yes, it is. So Anna with the serve in front, and there's Roxanne. No, not Roxanne. Robin Garcia, and she put a lot of energy into that one, boy. And so now here comes Ashley Hammond. Double block at the net this time by Robin Garcia, and teaming up with Unica May. So the double block, and Espanola gets the point, makes it 18-23, and Daphne Talamantes serving. And going for the back line, and played there. Angelina is going to set up Cheyenne Garcia. Beautiful set by Angelina, and Cheyenne, easy job for her. And now Cheyenne will leave the ball game after picking up that extremely important point. Okay. Here we are. We are at match point, and whoa, it was going out of bounds, and Kylie Johnson saves it back in for Espanola. And so that'll do it. And let's see, and Nadia Gallegos there to pick up the final point for Los Alamos. And the Hilltoppers win the third set 25-18. So the Hilltoppers take it to 25 each time. Espanola goes to 19, 13, and 18. So the Hilltoppers now have swept Espanola for the season. And Hilltoppers now go to 5-0 in district play and 14-6 on the season, and Espanola drops to 8-12 season, and unfortunately in district they are now 0-5, and which kind of surprises me a little bit, but this is a tough district. Got some very good volleyball teams in this district when you're looking at Pewaukee and Pewaukee and Moriarty, and I mean they are tough. So,
yeah, this has always been a very competitive district, and you know it's you know, you get off to a bad start and something that just sort of snowballs, and it's hard to get back on track. But nice win here this evening down in the valley for the Toppers. Toppers 5-0. They're in full control. This is their district right now. Still a couple of tough ball games coming up, right on the horizon. As you were saying earlier, we got Moriarty.
At Moriarty.
At Moriarty and up there in Griffith. The Pintos gave the Hilltoppers everything they could handle. So anything could happen down there. And then still have to play the Elkettes once again. And again, that was tooth and nail. Could have gone either way. So still a couple of really, really tough ball games. So this is not by any means done in terms of the regular season. Still a lot could happen, but at this point in the season, you know, if you can pick up that 5-0 spot there, as the Hilltoppers have done, boy, I tell you what, you know, that's a place you want to be in this competitive district.
Oh, absolutely. As we go into the second round, we just entered the second round here against the Sun Devils, and then next the Hilltoppers now will be off until next Thursday, and they're going to take on Taos, and that's going to be in Griffiths Gymnasium. So that'll be Thursday the 28th, and then in a couple of weeks, on the 2nd of November, they'll take on Moriarty, and that will be at Moriarty, and then on November 4th they'll finish off the regular season, and that will be against Pewaukee, and that will be at home in Griffiths Gymnasium. And boy, come on out to that ball game, because that is going to be one whale of a ball game, I guarantee you. So Mike, 25-19, 25-13, 25-18. Hilltoppers take it in 3, and still in control in the district.
Yeah, really are. It's just some quick stats for you. Nadia Gallegos, you know, the Sun Devils just had absolutely no answer for her tonight. Ends up with 10 spike kills in 3 sets. Had 4 big ones, including the match winner there in set number 3, and then also for Los Alamos, Michelle Macias, nice contest for her. Really came on there toward late in in this contest as well. So the Toppers again using a lot of different weapons, able to getting the ball to a lot of things. But really, one of the big differences I thought tonight, Gene, was just the Toppers at the service line. And if you look back at the Pewaukee contest, Los Alamos was a little hit or miss from the service line the other night, but had their service game going well today. And in fact, as we were saying, that first set, the Sun Devils looked very, very sharp, But what really turned that around was Bella Aguilar at the service line, and she put together, 6 or 7 of her best serves that I think we've seen in this entire season, and the Sun Devils could do just absolutely nothing with them. So that really kind of changed the scope of that first set, and really from there, even going into set 2, Sun Devils just looked like they never recovered from that, and Los Alamos was able to pick up a very comfortable set 2 win, and then hold on through the third set. But Los Alamos from the service line, very, very good tonight.
Yeah, they really were, and like you say, against Pewaukee, that was a problem for a while. Well, that's going to do it for us, and next up, tomorrow night normally is Friday night football. Nope. No Friday night football tomorrow. It's going to be Saturday afternoon football.
Yeah, which is the best kind of football, I hear.
Which I love. Absolutely.
I hear that is the best.
It is the best. You can't get any better than that. October afternoon, Saturday afternoon football. I mean, that's perfect. And so, anyway, we'll be there at Sullivan Field to bring you that ball game at 1 o'clock, followed by the Garrett Williams pregame show. So tune in about 6:30 for Garrett Williams, and then we'll get the football game going. I'm going to go up against the Mayamira Patriots, and that will be on Saturday afternoon. Nothing going on with us tomorrow, but we'll be ready on Saturday afternoon. So anyway, final score here: Hilltopper take it 3-0 and continue their dominance so far of District 2 4A. So this is Gene Mortensen for John McHale and for Mike Mays. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and have a great tomorrow. You can have an even better Friday. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart. And don't forget to hug that penguin. But the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And Sweetie Pie, I miss you a lot, honey. I really do. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hello, I'm Commander Oliver Morris with the Los Alamos Police Department. It's an exciting time to live in Los Alamos. With the increase in hiring at the lab, we've seen more motorists and visitors come to Los Alamos. But with that, we've also seen an increase in traffic. And with traffic, we also get calls of distracted driving, speeding, and sometimes aggressive driving. Please join me in reducing these calls. Our officers are going to be out in force looking for these types of driving behavior. If you see something, please call us at our non-emergency line or our emergency line. We appreciate your partnership in helping keep our community safe, and thank you.
Hi, I'm Troy Hughes with Los Alamos Fire Department, reminding you that fall's upon us and winter's soon coming, so we'll start using our appliances more, like our furnace, our fireplaces. Make sure you get those appliances checked by a certified technician, especially the fireplaces. Make sure you've got a good chimney sweep, get that thing good and clean and ready to burn, and make sure you have a good working CO detector and smoke alarm in your home if you're going to use those appliances.